Hey guys, welcome to a brand new segment I'm going to be starting on the channel, and it's going to be called... Okay. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new segment in my channel, and I'm going to be calling it...
Straight from the Soul.
So pretty much what it's going to be, it's just going to be me chatting with some famous YouTube celebrities, or even famous guys, not even famous guys, sneaker people, and just talking about shoes in general. So today I obviously have the one and only Jamie Perkins from...
Jamie and Nikki.
What you guys probably don't know, he's a really big sneakerhead. We talk about sneakers, we talk about a lot of things, and sneakers is one of the greatest things that we do talk about. Can they see my shoes? No, they can't. Okay, because I'm just wearing socks. Pretty much what I want to do is just literally talk about sneakers, and it's from the soul. Like, it's from what we enjoy back in the day. Like for me and him, when we talk about sneakers, it's
about nostalgia.
Yeah, it's about what it reminds of us of our childhood, what we gone through to actually get a pair of sneakers and everything like that. What made you a sneakerhead?
So when I was a little kid, I was really into basketball. Basketball was my day-to-day thing. Basketball was life for me, and as a basketball head, obviously you're going to be a Jordan head, because I grew up in the Jordan era, and if you're a Jordan head, you love J's. Like every kid in my class wanted a pair of J's, and most kids in my class had a pair of J's. Now, I didn't grow up in a rich family, and Jordans were a lot of money. So as like a 9-year-old kid, my parents didn't see sense in forking out like $150 for a pair of shoes, but I wanted Jordans more than anything. Jordan 6s were my favorite shoe. Like they were what I always wanted, but I never could have because they were just like so ridiculously expensive. And then one Christmas, my aunts, my uncles, my parents all put money together. It was like a combined Christmas and birthday gift, and they actually got me a pair of Jordan 8s. They were on sale. Bought me these in like 2 sizes too big so that they would last, and they were my most prized possession. Like I cleaned them every single day. They looked brand new until they didn't fit me anymore. And looking back at these shoes, I just remember my childhood. Like these shoes were a really big part of my childhood, and I think about how hard my parents and my family worked to get me these shoes. So there's just a really nostalgic feeling looking at these shoes that just bring back so many memories. That's
the same thing with my Jordans. Like a Jordan for me that I don't personally have at the moment are the Jordan 11s, and I told you this story. Like back in the days, there used to be a Nike shop on the corner of Perkins, Swanson Street, and my parents didn't make a lot of money either. And I remember this is like grade 5, and they went in and they bought me a pair of Jordan 11s, and like back then it was like $100 and something, and that's a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
And literally I wore them and played basketball in them for like 2 or 3 years non-stop until like they broke apart or fell apart. And that's seriously when I started falling in love with Jordans. If you had to pick the Jordan era that we grew up in, the Jordan to say 96, 95 team versus the Golden State Warriors of this, who would you have in mind?
I'm biased. I have to go to the Jordan team. To be honest, I don't have time to watch basketball anymore. I'm just gonna be real. I still love basketball, but I just don't have the time to follow it anymore. Whereas back then, I used to stay up until like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. or whenever it was that they used to play basketball on TV, and I would watch it, or I would tape it. I would like have to sneak out of my bedroom and watch it like with the sound off so my parents didn't know that I was up. Like I was so passionate about it back then. And now, as the old man I am, I don't get to. I get to watch the highlights. I don't get to watch the highlights as well. Yeah, I don't get to watch the whole game anymore. I get to watch the highlights, and as much as I learn and enjoy watching the highlights, it's not the same as watching the whole game. So for me, I'm gonna have to say the Jordan era.
I'm pretty sure you know how dominant LeBron James is in the game right now.
Of course.
Right. So if you put LeBron James one-on-one against Michael Jordan,
that's a tough one. I feel like Jordan in his days against LeBron, like at his peak, it could be a pretty close game.
Because LeBron's a machine. He's buff.
I hate to say it because I just want to say Jordan would thrash him, but I feel like it would be an interesting game. It wouldn't just be a case of Jordan would win. Even Kobe, I feel like
Kobe would good.
I feel like Kobe could possibly beat Jordan. I feel like Kobe's a little bit of a smarter player than Jordan. I feel like Jordan is more of a showman than Kobe, but I feel like Kobe is a little bit more of an intelligent player. So I feel like Kobe could possibly beat Jordan.
Ooh. I'm a big Kobe fan, no lie. I cried when I found out he retired. I was like, damn. High-end fashion. What do you feel like high-end fashion with sneakers? Because I know you're a big fan of high-end fashion as well, and sneakers in general. So how do you feel like they're going?
See, I really like the fact that sneaker quality, the thing that really bugs me, especially about Jordans, is the quality of regular sneakers is going downhill. Like the way that they're made, they fall apart in ways that, as I said, I had these shoes for years. They didn't fall apart. I still had them looking new. Nowadays, the replicas, the reruns, they're gonna fall apart in a year. It's just the sad truth. Whereas you can have these high-end sneakers and the quality is amazing. They're using luxury leather. Like I'm wearing Givenchy Tysons at the moment. I've had these for a couple of years and I wear them a lot and they've stayed like in great condition. They hardly crease and they're comfortable and
they still look brand new.
Yeah, they still look brand new. I don't really like the flashy high end. Like I really can't stand like your Giuseppe's and stuff like that.
Real like gold buckles.
Really, or you know, like look at me, I'm wearing expensive shoes. Like I like subtlety when it comes to sneakers. I still appreciate like color in you know, like Air Maxes and stuff like that. Like I feel like I like shoes that have personality if it's like an Air Max or an Air Force One or something like that. But when it comes to like a high-end shoe, I'm buying it for quality. I'm not buying it to try and be flashy. Like I prefer subtlety because I don't feel like I have anything to prove about myself through the shoes that I wear.
Kanye West obviously drops the Yeezys and people go crazy over them. Do you see the hype around it? Would you prefer to spend what they're selling, not for retail, on resale price, 1,000 to 1,500 for these, or would you rather get a Givenchy or a Buscemi or whatnot?
To be completely honest, I'd rather buy the Givenchy. I don't know, couldn't even tell you why. I just feel like, I'm more, I feel like I trust the quality is going to be better in the proper high end than paying resale on, you know, like a Yeezy or something like that. The quality of these is supposed to be pretty good. Like this is actually my first time holding a Yeezy, believe it or not, and the quality is actually a lot better than your regular Adidas.
The trends from when we were growing up, it was all of that basketball shoes, straight up basketball shoes. But now going into this generation, it's more of a runner trainer sneaker, like for example the Flyknit Racers and also the Ultra Boosters, the NMDs. They're more of a running shoe. But honestly, at the end of the day, that's what they're made for. They're made for runners. They're not made to be fashionable shoes. They're not lifestyle shoes. How do you feel towards our sneaker culture now, moving more towards that end of the line?
I feel like every culture has to evolve. Like a culture can't stay in one state. Like for a while people got over the basketball shoes, then they got retro, they came back, and people like you and I who have the nostalgia went out and bought them. Like I stopped being a sneakerhead for quite a while. I sort of felt like I had to grow up, and I was, you know, I was buying like dress shoes. Like I was working at Hugo Boss for years and I was just constantly buying dress shoes and felt like I was too old for sneakers until I just realized, you know, like, why am I dressing for other people? I just want to dress the way that I want to dress, what makes me happy. And that's why I'll wear a dress shoe one day and then the next day I'll rock a pair of Jordans. Like that's what fashion to me is all about. It's about expressing yourself and what you like, rather than expressing what you feel like other people expect from you or what other people think is cool.
See, that's true. Like, I feel like a lot of people these days, in my eyes, to be honest, that they rather feel uncomfortable and be cool or fashionable rather than being in comfortable clothes that they feel like, hey, I can wear this any day of the week and still look cool. Like, this is a good example of what you're wearing right now. And like, he's comfortable in what he's wearing and it's perfect, and he's a sneakerhead. And there's no hype beast behind it. There's no crazy, oh my God, it has to be Supreme. Oh my God, I'm wearing Bape right now, but for me, it's a nostalgic thing. I loved this kind of brand since I was like 14, 15, ever since Pharrell started fucking with Bape. Like, that's for me, that's what I wear. I personally wear it like that. See, like, how do you feel now that even with clothing wise, that it's going towards a point that like you have to wear Supreme, you have to wear Bape?
I hate the Hypebeast culture. I hate that people want to wear something just because somebody else wore it. Like, a classic example is when they dropped the limited edition white and black snakeskin Ultra Boost, which were like such a dope Ultra Boost collaboration. I went to Sneaker Boy for those, and a few days before that, Kanye wore the white ones. And so there was like this massive line for the raffle outside. Everyone was trying to cop these white ones, and I personally like black sneakers. I couldn't care less if Kanye had worn the sneakers or not. Had Kanye worn the black ones, everyone would have been lining for the black ones, and no one would have wanted the white ones. I couldn't care less about the white ones because that wasn't my style at the moment. So I entered the raffle for the black ones, won, and found out that there was a bunch of black ones that weren't even claimed because other people weren't entering the raffle. Yet there was like 200 people raffling for the white ones just because Kanye wore them. And that just seems just really whack to me.
This is literally in a hybrid. So it's Boost technology, Adidas technology, but designer style. So they've literally just mixed a running shoe with a high-end fashion shoe. How do you feel towards this sort of style now? For example, this is not, I wouldn't say you can run in this. I would say it's more of a lifestyle shoe. Same with this, but this is more of a designer. I would call this more of a designer shoe than Kanye.
So this is way more of a statement piece.
So how do you feel towards more designers now these days, like for example our like Givenchy's, our Tom Fords and whatever, making more of runners or sneakers and getting to that scene?
See, personally, I can't wear a shoe like this, or at least I feel like I can't. Like, I don't feel as if it fits my personal style. But when I look at stuff like this, I see it as art. I see the creativity behind it, and I can see the passion that these designers have for the sneaker, and I really love that.
Let's talk clothing. For me, I'm a big fashionist. Like, I like high designer. I like really basic stuff. Like, for me, I don't care if I shop at Topman. I don't care if I shop at wherever, like Howard's. It doesn't bother me. For you, what's your preference?
I'm the same. Like, I just got back from London and Italy, and I love clothes, I love fashion, and I honestly expected that I was going to find a lot of stuff that I really loved over there. The only thing I bought my entire time over there was a bomber from Topshop. That's the only piece that I fell in love with. At the end of the day, I feel like fashion is all about what connects with you, not about what you see other people wearing or what you think other people consider to be cool. It should be about what you feel comfortable in and what you feel expresses who you are.
We had this conversation before about a word that's been changed throughout sneaker culture, even clothing culture now. The word deadstock, right? We never thought or understood why people buy shoes or buy clothing in general and not wear it. Like, how do you feel towards the whole like resale game, the whole like shoes are dead stock now and people don't wear shoes, don't wear clothing that they buy?
See, I kind of feel like the whole resale game has come from everything being so accessible now and people enjoying the hunt. Like, I remember growing up, it was all about the cool kids knew where the cool shops were, and it was, you know, like a hunt to try and find these cool labels. And, you know, like Flinders Lane was a really iconic street to shop down, but not everybody knew about Flinders Lane.
Exactly.
And, you know, like you would have friends go to Japan and they'll come back with these crazy kicks that you couldn't cop in Australia. And, you know, like there was a story that went behind that, or, you know, like it was all part of the culture to travel to get the kicks. And,
so those Reeboks that you were telling me.
Yeah. So I went to America and I got these Shaq pumps that nobody in Australia had, and everyone was so excited to see them. Nowadays, you can just go online and buy anything, and that sort of takes the excitement out of it in a way, takes the story out of it in a way. So I feel like they're trying to bring back some of that excitement by making everything limited edition. And I can see why they're doing that, but at the same time, it becomes quite annoying for the people who love sneakers but aren't able to, you know, like line up all night for first come, first serve. Or
it's true. See, like for us, when we grew up, it's all about the story. It's all about the hunt, the excitement that you just spent 6 hours traveling to wherever and getting whatever we possibly wanted. Like nowadays, all we have to do is wait till 12 o'clock. Oh, let's buy it now, and or have some sort of pay extra $200 and get it.
Yeah.
There was nothing like that back in our days. Like for me, when I camped for shoes, that was the fun part for me. I enjoyed camping with people I never knew, making new friends. A lot of the friends that I have in the sneaker culture is from that, from staying outside in front of a shop in the middle of the night and just talking about other sneaker adventures that we've camped and stuff like that. It's not the same anymore. For us, it's not the same anymore. Like, that's why the sneaker culture for the kids these days is much of a internet-based, online-based, and there's no nostalgic reason behind it.
It's just about trying to fit in, trying to be cool, trying to be better than somebody else, showing off.
Like, that's how we feel. That's personally how we feel. It might be different for the kids now, but the way that we see it from where we came from, we had a lot more to give up and a lot more to earn from getting shoes. Like, we had to hustle, we had to do whatever we had to do to get shoes.
I also don't understand, like, back to Deadstock, I don't understand the concept of buying shoes and never wearing them. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, I understand the concept of maybe only wearing a pair of shoes on special occasions because you do want to keep them clean, but the whole thing with sneakers to me is, aside from the nostalgia factor, like with the oldies, yeah, I can sort of see it a little bit more, but say, you know, like I'm gonna buy like a pair of Givenchys or something like that, that is a big investment. I'm gonna want to be able to go out and rock those. Like, I want to feel, you know, like I feel good when I'm rocking them, you know?
It's like you've earned this. Like, I earned this, man.
Like,
look at my shoes.
Like, I'm gonna be real. I saved for like 6 months to buy these shoes. Like, I put a little bit of money aside because I felt like they were too big of an investment to just go out and buy like that. And yeah, I wanted to be able to feel joy out of wearing them, and that's how I feel with every piece that I buy that's special to me.
See, do you feel like when we get older, it becomes more of a nostalgic and we're more selective of what we purchase, as in, we're gonna wear it?
Definitely.
Like, are we gonna wear it? Is it gonna match our clothing? This and that. It's not just like impulse buying anymore.
Yeah. That's why I basically buy a lot of greys and blacks, because they go with what I wear.
See, that's exactly like me. If I could turn the camera around and show you guys, most of my shoes are all black, or if it's not all black, it's usually red or white, just because it's easy to wear.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're trying to find things that we can wear every day, because we love wearing our shoes.
And I like timeless pieces as well.
Exactly. That's a very good point. Alright, last question. Give us your top 5 favorite sneakers.
This is, for nostalgic reason, this is my number 1. It's just, I look at this and I just have some great memories. I love the Jordan 6s. I love the
black info or white info?
I love the black.
Yep.
Okay, what else? I love the Givenchy Tysons. They just give me that like LA Gear type feel. I loved LA Gears when I was young, but I feel like it's a modern take on the LA Gears.
So are we going like
The all Jordans. I sound so lame, but they are all Jordans. I love the Jordan 5s. The Jordan 5s are a big one.
Is there a particular colorway you like?
White and red.
Oh, so the fire reds, like the basic ones.
Basic ones.
Last year.
Alright, let me think. I love the Yeezy Red Octobers as well. I don't own a pair. I would love to own a pair. Most likely never will own a pair.
Because it's just the money. It's just
really bright. Gonna have to wrap that up because Daddy's zone kicks in. I can hear my baby crying.
Let's wrap this up right now. Our pleasure to having Jamie and his newborn on our show. And this is pretty much going to be a continuous thing. I appreciate Jamie. I don't know if you guys know, but if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be all possible, to be honest.
That's not true, man. You'd still be killing it, bro.
I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. It looks like this. Subscribe button is somewhere. I'll point down here. Yeah, is it on this side? I think it's on this side.
I should know that. I feel like it is.
No, maybe on this side.
Somewhere down there. I should really know this.
And don't forget to hit the video on this side. There'll be a video on here. You guys can watch this video. And also there'll be a video on this side. I'll put a subscribe button on here as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode of...
Straight from the soul.
Straight from the soul. That's it.
See ya.